Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honors be to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakathum to the hopeful elect. Alright, just back with another video. This is actually one of those videos, again, because I've been mentioning lately about how, I try to do some of these lessons, and for whatever reason, this app, it just stops recording on me, and it always tends to be the same particular lesson, at random. I try to do a lesson on one video, and for whatever reason it stops, and but like I'll stop and I'll do I'll try to record on another lesson concerning another topic, and it'll work fine. So I don't know what that's about, but nevertheless, yeah, this is another one of those videos I've been trying to get out. So Lord's will, hopefully it goes through. But basically, what inspired me to do this video is just the fact that having conversations with the average individual, and you just get a sense of how far gone people's mind is, because the scriptures talk about how this is a land barren of faith. All right, these people, they don't have no faith. They for whatsoever, they're not thinking about Yahweh Shemel Shai whatsoever. Again, just no faith whatsoever. All right, and what really made me want to do a video on this, because I had a conversation with this woman of mine, and she was pretty much telling me about how this individual at her job, concerning the whole this crisis thing that's going on around the world, the whole C thing, and the jabs, the maxines, they were discussing this topic, and this guy, from what she told me, is basically like a child, that feeling that a child gets a few nights before Christmas, because he knows he has some Christmas gifts, he has some presents waiting for him, that feeling of anxiety and excitement. All right, that's pretty much how she described this individual's action or his emotions concerning, because again, they were talking about this topic dealing with the jabs and the C thing, and he was adamant about getting that the jab. He really wanted to get the jab. He was asking her questions about when they would get start giving the vaccines and things of that nature, and because at her job, they haven't started giving them yet, because it's pretty soon, and I've been telling them this, don't be surprised once they start mandating it, the vaccines, but as of right now, they're not giving it out yet. But basically, this guy, again, he was just pretty much asking her, when they start with the vaccines, to he wants to be informed, because again, he's going to be one of those that willingly takes it. He was adamant about it. He was hyped from what she was describing to me. All right, and again, that's what prompted me to do this video, because again, being that this is a land barren of faith, man, these people, man, they don't trust Yahweh Shemel Shai whatsoever. I got a few precepts lined up, but before I get into these precepts, I'm gonna get this, because this is heavy, Luke 18 and 8. All right, and this is immediately what I thought about, because again, concerning the vaccines, all right, and even more so the microchip, once they start rolling out with those, people are willingly going to flock to it. They're going to take it without second guessing. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're going to take it. All right. Luke 18 and 8. It says, and other Slakia. Luke 18 and 8. Luke 18 and 8. It says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, talking about Yahushai, all right, when he makes his second return, all right, when he cracks through those clouds, the skies, it says, shall he find faith on earth? You know, and again, you know, that's heavy because, you know, I believe I've said this in a previous video concerning the elect, all right, and the 1/3, all right, you've got billions of people on the planet, right? And less than 1% of that, the population is going to make it. And again, you know, that's not even a real comparison, because less than 1%, all right, that's a very small number compared to the world population, all right? Because again, you know, the mass majority of these, pretty much put it like this, all right, because the only people that are going to make it is, you know, that less than 1%, you know, the 1/3, the elect, all right, they're going to be the ones to make it. All right, because why? Because again, you know, those are the faith, all right, the saints, you know, we walk in the spirit, and we don't walk carnally, all right. You know, our minds are not focused on the things of this world, all right. You know, yes, easier said than done, but nevertheless, all right, concerning the elect, you know, their mindset is they're not taking the maxine, they're not taking the microchip, all right, and that takes a great deal of faith, because again, you know, the elites of this world, they're going to set it up to where, you know, our backs are against the wall, and, you know, they're going to put us in a position to where, you know, if you don't take it, pretty much all in all, you could face certain death, because eventually it's going to get to that point where, you know, you don't take the mark, all right, you could be put to death, you know, and once the Lord starts dropping bodies out here and things of that nature, and you know, the Lord starts plaguing this place, and you know, he sends his wrath, all right, because we're going to start seeing a lot of things taking place on this earth, all right, you know, and the mass majority of these people, man, they have no idea, you know, like I always say, man, these people have no idea to what the Lord is about to do to this place. And you know, these people, man, they're going to be left out there, man, by themselves, no protection, no hedge, all right. These people, man, they're going to be in a state of confusion, all right, lamentation, and you know, they're not going to know what to do. But again, you know, those are the faith, man, all right. Because again, you know, this thing is based on faith, and it takes a great deal of faith to, you know, the times that we're coming into, right? It takes a great deal of faith, you know. But again, you know, these people, man, they have no faith, and again, you know, this is a world, all right, not just America, but you know, the world is this whole place, man. It's a place of no faith, man, a lack of faith, all right. And again, you know, just have me meditating on some of these precepts that I got lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Let me get this in Matthew 8 and starting at verse 1. It says, when he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him, and behold, there came a leper and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Yahushai saith unto him, see thou tell no man, but go thy way. Show thyself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded for a testimony unto them. And when Yahushai was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Yahushua saith unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. Which, you know, this particular jig was, you know, he showed a great display of humility, all right. You know, because that's you know, a part of this thing, man. You got to be humble, man, and this is why a lot of people are going to get jacked up, because they have no humility. You know, this is a place full of prideful people, you know, and this is why, you know, if you watch the men of Great Millstone, man, you know, all the elders and whatnot, all right, you know, this is where I get the saying from, you know, the great humbling that's about to take place. All right, the Lord is about to humble these people. All right, because you know they're filled with pride. All right, because again, you know, these people they walk around thinking that they don't need Yahweh Bashim El Shai. They think they don't need the Heavenly Father, right? And which again, this is why the mass majority of these people, man, they have no faith, all right? That do as thou wilt spirit, all right? They believe in their heart, they're puffed up. They think they don't need the Heavenly Father, right? So what was that? Verse 9, it says, "For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me, and I say to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he doeth it." When Yahushua heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, "Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel." Because again, you see, just to show how much faith the people in the land lack. All right, the Lord was pretty much shocked. He was surprised. All right, where it says he marveled. All right, because again, man, this particular Jake, all right, he showed a great display of humility, but he more so faith. All right, he believed that all Yahushua had to do was say the word, and his servant would be healed. And that takes faith. And according to the scriptures, faith is the substance of things not seen. All right. And again, that's what it's going to take, especially when all hell breaks loose, and some of us, we're not going to know when we're going to get our next meal. It's going to be tough. That hour of temptation it's going to be tough. Some of us are going to lose our families. Some of us are going to lose our cars, our jobs. We're going to lose everything, and that's going to be a test of our faith. What are you going to do in that time? Are you going to take the maxine? You're going to take the mark and submit to Esau? Or are you going to continue to rely on Yahweh Bashim El Shai and need it in one of all things? All right, because again, the mass majority of the people in the society, all right, they're dependent. One, they're dependent upon, Esau. All right. Now here it is. Esau hands out, or they're talking about handing out, these little stimulus checks, for people to take the jab, right? They're going to offer all type of benefits for people to take the mark and things of that nature. All right, instead of, putting their trust in Yahweh Bashim El Shai. All right. The scriptures talk about how the people, they woe to them that goes down, and I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but it goes, the scriptures go into, talks about how it says, woe to them that go down and, put their trust in Egypt. All right. Again, people put their trust in the government system and things of that nature. You still got Jake, you got Jake out here, because majority of Jakes they voted for this guy Joe Biden, and they think that they accomplished something, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in Zephaniah 3:8, it talks about basically how the Lord is going to avenge us. All we got to do is wait on Him, because He's going to avenge us. Because Jake is screaming reparations. They want reparations and things of that nature. Jake, down in their spirit, man, they want Zephaniah 3:8. They want payback, but again, they want it from the oppressors. They're trying to get it from the people that are oppressing them, and it just doesn't work like that. All right, but the point being that Jake, they put their trust in Egypt. All right, they put their trust in modern day Pharaoh, which again, would be Esau, Edom. All right, because again, Jake lacks faith, and again, this thing is based off faith. Especially in the times that we're coming into, all we're going to have is our faith, because again, for the most part, a lot of us want to lose everything, and all we're going to have is our faith. But again, these Jakes, man, they don't, they just don't have that faith. And this is why they're willingly going to, accept the maxine and take the mark and things of that nature. All right. Because they don't put their trust in Yahweh Bashim El Shai. So just a few more precepts. Let me get this in Deuteronomy 32 and 30, or Deuteronomy 32 and 20. It says, "And he said, I will hide my face from them I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. So you see, again, and this is why, because during that time, man, when all hell's break loose and those Jakes that, these 2/3 Jakes that, end up putting their trust in the system, putting their trust in Esau, all right, they're going to find out, because on that same note, when I was talking about how Jake, the woe to them that go down to Egypt and put their trust in Egypt, all right, on that same note, if I'm not mistaken, in that same chapter, it talks about how, the hope that they put in the system is going to be in vain, all right? It's not going to be to any travail on your behalf, on Jake's behalf, all right? Because again, during that time, man, once these Jakes find out, these faithless people find out that, or pretty much once their hope fails them, all right, what they put their hope in, once it fails them, they're going to find out in that day, and that's when they're going to try to, that's when they're going to, seek Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, and in that time, all right, the Lord is he's going to reject these people, all right, because this is the time now to be, trying to get right and make amends. This is the time to seek Yahweh Bashim Al Shai while he may be found, while he's making himself readily available, because once he closes that door, all right, that's it. And again, you're going to have a lot of Jake during that time. They're going to be crying out to Yahweh, but they're going to be, because these people, they don't know the names of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. And those that do, if they're not of the elect, all right, they're those that do know the names of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, they're Slakia, forgive me, I'm in transition, but really want to get this video out. But yeah, because during that time period, Jake, they're going to be calling on Jesus, God, Jehovah, and all these other false gods and deities. All right, and again, the Lord's going to reject these people, man. All right, because for one, all right, the Lord's name is not Jesus. All right, it's not God, it's not Jehovah, it's not Buddha, and all these other false gods that Jake loves to turn to. All right, and this is why, again, the Lord is going to be doing a lot of rejecting in that time. All right, because like I said, man, these people are in for a rude awakening, man. They have no idea what the Lord is about to do. And again, once the Lord starts bringing these judgments, once he starts pouring out his wrath upon his place, Jake's gonna find out, man. They're gonna learn the hard way why they should have put their trust in Yahweh Bashim El Shai. All right, because ultimately, if you take that mark, man, that's the ultimate form of blasphemy. All right, and the said judgments, man, that are said to overtake this place, man. They're horrible judgments, man. When you read the prophets, man, and the prophets that seen these visions, man, they were horrified, they were terrified, and the prophets of old, man, like Habakkuk and Ezra, all the prophets of old, they're men, they're of the elect, but even with that being said, they seen these visions, man, and they were terrified, man. They asked the Lord, man, look, who's going to save me in those days? That's how bad it's going to be. Even the elect are going to be like, oh shit, because there's going to be so much there's just going to be so much going on during that time. But nevertheless, even with that being said, all right, because again, it all goes back to faith at the end of the day. And even when all these things are happening, all right, famine and all these things are taking place, all right, the elect, all right, they're going to maintain their faith. They're going to hold on to their faith, no matter how hard it gets, no matter what they lose, all right, no matter what happens, man, they're going to maintain their faith. All right, but, for these 2 dirt jakes, man, they're going to, do everything to, live a little bit more comfortably, prolong their life just a little longer. They're going to do everything, which ultimately, they're going to take the mark, ultimately, just to prolong their life a little longer. All right, but the mindset of the elect, again, the mindset of the elect, man, they're like, the hell with that, man. They're not taking that goddamn chip, not taking that goddamn Maxine. All right, that's the mindset of the elect. No matter what we got to lose, no matter the cost, man. And that's the thing, man. Because Jake, man, they don't count the cost. The scriptures talk about counting the cost. All right. The apostle elder Gabar, man, he often goes into this, because Jake, man, Jake comes into the truth, man, and they really don't understand what they're getting into when they get into this thing. It's not just, you find out, you wake up to the fact you're Israelite, you're chosen, one of the chosen. You know, you're chosen of the Most High. Yeah, that's all, you know, good and whatnot. But again, you know, it's a lot more than just, you know, being of the chosen man. You know, there's work that needs to be required. And, you know, ultimately, you know, the work that's being done, all right, is being done through faith. All right. You know, the scriptures talk about how, you know, we back up our faith through our works. You know, and there's work that needs to be done. There's standards that need to be met. You know, but let me get this in our Romans 4:18, because again, man, you know, like I said, man, it's easier said than done when, you know, our backs aren't against the wall concerning not taking the maxine, not taking the mark. It's, you know, it's easier said than done. But let me get this against Romans 4:18. It says, who against hope believed in hope that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken. So shall thy seed be. All right. But the point I want to get in the beginning part, it says, who against hope believed in hope. Because again, you know, we're going to, you know, a lot of us, you know, we're going to lose everything. You know, it's not going to look good whatsoever. You know, we're all going to have our moment of doubts. You know, we're all going to have our grim moments to where it looks like, damn, you know, maybe the Lord's not dealing with me. You know, because it's right that some of the elect are going to get beheaded. You know, these things are written out. Like Yahushua, man, I always use the example of Yahushua when he was on the cross and he prayed to the Heavenly Father. He cried out. You know, our big brother having that moment, that small moment of doubt, but nevertheless, you know, as well as all the, you know, the men of old, but nevertheless, you know, again, using Yahushua because he's the perfect example, the greatest example of them all. Look at Yahushua. Even in that moment, all right, he held on to his faith, man. You know, even when it didn't look good, you know, the darkest hour, all right, and we're all about to have our darkest moment, and we're all gonna have that moment. It looks like the Lord is not dealing with us, you know, but nevertheless, all right, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hold on to your faith, or are you gonna take that maxine? You're gonna take that mark, all right, against all odds. All right, what are you gonna do? You know, you're gonna hold on to your integrity, or are you going to give in? You know? And I want to get this also. And Lord's will, I'll close it out. What is that? Second Esdras 5 and I believe 1. Second Esdras 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So you see, all right, because again, you know, once the famine of the word is in full effect, and Jake, you know, this Slakia, once Yahweh Shemel Shai retracts his prophets, and you know, there's no more teaching on the highways and byways. You know, brothers are no longer to do these videos, to push these videos and things of that nature. All right, once the famine of the words is in full effect, pursuant to Amos 8 and 11. All right, and you know, this truth is not being pushed out there. All right, that's when, you know, the land is going to be barren of, you know, of this truth. All right, the truth is not going to be pushed no more. All right, and that's when, you know, people aren't going to, you know, they're not going to know what to do. All right, they're going to be lost in the sauce. They're going to be left out there, you know, to desolation, basically. All right, and this is why a lot of people are going to end up taking the maxine. They're going to end up taking the mark. All right, because they're not going to have it. They're not going to know what to do, because that's going to be the time where Yahweh Shemel Shai, he hides his face, as you know, previous precept I read. That's when Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to hide his face. All right. He's not going to do no more talking. All right. The warning's not going to be given out or anything. The Lord's going to, that's it. You know, and this is concerning the, you know, the majority of the people, the 2/3 and the rest of the world. You know, and this is why, again, you know, this is why this is the time to be, building up your faith. All right. Getting your mind ready, preparing thy soul for temptation. Girding yourselves up, man. Building your faith on a strong foundation, the rock foundation. All right, because again, the majority of these people, man, their foundation is built on sand. All right, it's built on unstable conditions, and this is why, again, they're going to be taken by the mass majority of the population. All right, they're going to fall. They're not going to make it. So just a quick lesson, concerning this faith, man. All right, because that's what it's going to take, a great deal of faith, especially when all hell breaks loose, man, and our backs against the wall, against hope. All right, we still gotta, we still believe in hope. Even when it's, all said and done, man, and our backs are against the wall, man. You still gotta push forward and hold on and maintain in this faith. All right, which again is the substance of something not seen. All right, your belief in something not seen. So hopefully this was edifying to whom it may concern. And once again, I'm going to give all credit to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men on down respectfully. Yahweh Shem Shai to the hopefully elect. And until next time, Lord's will, Shalom.